So this should be a short, little, simple video, but this is a leveling guide to level 50 to 60. This is the way that I did it, and I discovered when I got my character to level 50, and it made leveling a lot more easier. Now that I'm making a second character and moving forward, I'm already doing the process. I already got my character to level 15, and I did 3 starting zones, so it worked out pretty good. And I'm going to share you what my strategy is on leveling up and making life a lot more easier when you're definitely trying to push from level 50 to level 60. So let me show you what I'm doing. So when you create a new character, what you want to do is do all 3 of the starting zones. There's other starting zones, but I started as a human. So for me, when I started as a human, I started immediately in the human zone in Northshire. Once I got done with that zone, I went to the second one, to the Night Elves zone in Shadow Glen. Once I got done with Shadow Glen, then I went to the Gnomes and Dwarfs starting zone near Iron Forge. Let me pop it up at Cold Ridge Valley, and that's what I just got done with this character, and this is what I just got done with this character and finishing the zone, and I got level 15, doing BGQs and questing at the same time. Because when I got to the zone, I got to like level 9 to level 10, and then there were still more quests to be done in this zone, but I just kept queuing for PvP over and over again, and I slowly worked my way to the other quests in a very slow manner, but it worked out perfectly, and it got me some early good gear with some spell power with my warlock. So PvP gives you really nice gear, so it's a really good starting off point. And now since I'm level 15, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just doing random dungeon finder all the way up to level 30, and I also might take a break and stop to do some PvP battlegrounds. And there's a reason why I'm doing it this way, and I'm not going to the next zone like Goldshire or something like that. And there's a reason why I'm doing all this, because here in the starting zones, they do not go off of level scaling. But once you leave the zone and go to the next starting zone, like Chronos, Goldshire, and what is the Night Elf one? And the Night Elf zone Dolinair, those next zones do get level scaling. And it gets level scaling all the way up to level 59, which is super nice. So my strategy is to preserve all these level zones. So like wetlands, the Loch Ness Monster Zone, Aldrin Forest, Red Ridge Mountains, Duskwood, and Westfall. And we'll use Westfall for a good example because this is a really fun leveling zone with a lot of quests. Once I get to level 50, I would go to Westfall and do a whole bunch of these quests, and it will level me up really, pretty quickly from level 51 to level 52. Somewhere in between. Maybe I'll do like a random dungeon finder. Going back to these low level zones with level scaling is so super beneficial because once you get to level 50 and 60, when you're doing Ungoro's Crater or you're doing Sisyphus or you're doing in Western and Eastern Plaguelands, the issue with these zones is that they're great and all, they're fun to do, but there's not that many quests. It can drag on. Monsters and NPCs, are a little bit more tougher and more annoying. It's actually more annoying than tough. And then plus in these zones, if you're especially flagged for PvP, you can get ganked a lot. You can get ganked a lot because I know a lot of people that are doing PvP just to get the 10% increased experience points. They're not really trying to do PvP. They're just trying to level up and maximize the experience that they get. When you get to these high level zones, you're just going to have a really stressful time because a lot of people will camp you and kill you. And then some of these zones are war mode, like Winter Springs. This area is a super high risk zone for a lot of PvPers. So when you're trying to level, so when you're trying to level grind from level 50 and 60, it can be very stressful. So to get around all that stuff, what you're trying to do is you're trying to preserve zones that are level 10 to level 30. Once you're level 30, you can actually go to String and Thorn Vale and all these other zones that are level 30. Swamp of Sorrows as well once you get to level 35. On Arathi Highlands, which is level 30 starting off. And then over here you can do a Thousand Needles if you want to, Dustless if you want to, um, and then you just kind of level up from there, doing all the world quests, and then you're preserving all the zones. One of my favorite zones I love to do, and what I save the best for last for like level 58 to level 59 is Darkshore. I don't know what it is with Darkshore, but this zone is like the most fun, relaxing zone. Like the stormy, dark beaches. I don't know, man. Like Darkshore, this zone is just popping off. This has been like my favorite zone since forever, and I like saving Darkshore for last. But I know that Darkshore kind of goes into Ashtonvale next. So level 58, level 57, you can do the zone. But yeah, I love saving Darkshore for last. It's so much fun, super relaxing zone, just very calm. Like it's like very calm. It's like all the hard work you did with leveling just kind of reflects here at Darkshore. So yeah, this is my little simple leveling guide. What I'm doing, I'm actually doing it more efficiently this time and doing it more correctly than I did with my warrior. But I did it with my warrior. As you can see, I'm doing my steps properly. I'm doing all the starting zones. I'm level 15 now, so now all I do is solo queue dungeons and BGs, and I'm super set until I'm level 30. Once I'm level 30, I'll go to String of Thorn Vale or Dustless, and then just pop off from there and just do all the world quests and leveling up my character. So if this leveling guide from level 50 to 60 was a really big help and beneficial strategy, please let me know. And you guys have a wonderful good day.
You